Hi friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In the last video, I have discussed what is an array, how to create an array, how to access the elements in an array, how to insert an element into the array, how to delete an element from the array, how to display all the elements in an array. All these concepts I have discussed in detail for you. I hope you have watched that video. If you did not watch that video or if you don't know those concepts, I request you to go back and watch that video and come back to this video. In this video, I want to discuss about the methods in array in JavaScript like join method, sort method, reverse method, push, pop, shift, unshift, concat, splice. There are various methods are there. I will discuss all of them in detail for you. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. First, let me discuss about the join method. The join method is useful to join the elements in an array using a delimiter. So the syntax of the join method is you need to provide the array name, then you need to use the dot, and then you need to use the join method, then you need to provide the delimiter. Now let me discuss this concept with an example so that it will be clear for you. Let me create an array A with an elements 45, 67, 89, 1, 2. Now I want to join them using a dollar. So I will write array name, which is A, then I will use the join method and I will provide the delimiter as dollar. Now if I am displaying all the elements in an array, then you will get $45, $67, $89, $1, 2, like that you will get an output. If you want to display all the elements in an array, then you can use console.log to display all the elements in the array. Let me save this program and execute for you. Now you can see we got the output as $45, $67, $89, $1, 2. Now if I want to join them using Parnika tutorials, let me provide the shortcut as PT. In that case, you will get 45 PT, 67 PT, 89 PT, 1 PT, 2, like that you will get an output. If you want to verify, let me save this program and execute for you. So you got the 45, the delimiter PT, then 67, the delimiter PT, 89, the delimiter PT, like this you will get the output. So join method is useful to join all the array elements using a delimiter. Similarly, we have the sort method. The sort method will be applied only on the character array. What it will do? It will sort the elements in the array. So I will use the sort method. So sort method is useful to sort the array elements which are a character array. So you need to provide the array name and then you need to use the sort method. Let me discuss this one with an example. I will create an array of character array. So I will write Parnika and then I will write Jagadeesh and then I will write Siri. Now if I want to sort them, then I need to use the sort method. I no need to provide any parameter for this method. Then it will sort accordingly and display it for you. Let me save this one and execute for you. See, we got the Jagadeesh first, then Parnika, then Siri, because J will come first in the alphabetical order, then P, then S. So that's why it is useful to sort the elements in an array, which is a character array. I hope you have understood. Similarly, let me discuss with a simple example. I will provide A, B, C. Then it will be much clear for you. So where A is equal to, I will provide the C, then A, then B. Then it will display the elements as A, B, C because it is sorting on the alphabetical order. So you got A, B, C. Now if I want to reverse the elements in an array, then I can use the reverse method. The reverse method you can use on the character array or on the numeric array also. On any type of array you can use the reverse method. The reverse method is used to reverse the elements. If you want to use the reverse method, you need to write array name dot reverse method. Let me discuss this one with a simple example. I am providing the CAB. If I use the reverse method, you will get B, then A, then C. If you want to observe, let me save this one and let me execute it for you. See, as I said earlier, we got the reverse as BAC. Similarly, let me use it on the integer array. I will provide 1, 67, 89, 0, 34. If I use the reverse method, you will get first 34, then 0, then 89, then 67, 1. If you want to verify, let me save this one and execute it for you. See, as I said earlier, we got the elements in the reverse order: 34, 0, 89, 67, 1. So like this, you can use the reverse method to reverse the elements in the array. If I want to insert an element into the array and that too at the end, then I can use the push method. The push method is useful for you to insert the element at the end. To insert the element at the end means at the last element it will be added. If you have some elements, if you are saying push some 10, then 10 will be inserted at the end. What is the syntax of using the push method is you need to provide the array name dot push method. What element you want to push, that element you need to provide it. Now let me go to the Visual Studio. I have provided the array elements as 1, 67, 89, 0, 4. Now if I want to push the 100, then the 100 will be inserted at the end. Now let's see what will happen. As I have pushed 100, people will think that 100 will be appended at end. I am completely agree. Then if I run this program, people will think that you will get the output as 167, 89, 0, 34, 100. No, you will get the number of elements. How many elements are there? 3, 5. So in the array A, already you have the 5 elements and you are pushing one more element. So you will get the output as 6. If you want to verify, let me save this program and execute for you. See, as I said earlier, you got the output as 6. Now if I want to access all the elements in the array, then I can write console.log and then I can write the array name. Now look at here what it will happen. You will get the output as 6, 1, 67, 89, 0, 34, 100. So as I said earlier, push method is useful for you to insert the element at the end, but immediately it will give the number of elements after inserting the element whatever you are doing. If you want to display all the elements in an array, then you need to provide the array name. So the push method is useful to insert the element at the end, and it will return after inserting the element how many elements are there in the array will be displayed for you. If you want to insert an element at the beginning, because push method is useful to insert the element at the end, right? Then you have the unshift method. The unshift method is useful to insert the element at the beginning. The syntax for using the unshift method is array name, and then you need to use the unshift method, and which element you want to insert at the beginning, that you need to provide. Now let me go to the Visual Studio. I have already the elements as 1, 67, 89, 0, 100. Then I will write console.log and I will write the array name as A and the method name is unshift. I want to insert 45 at the beginning. Now let me save this one. Let me execute it for you. See, we still got the output as 6. Even unshift method also, after inserting that element, how many elements are there, it will display. Now if you want to find the elements in the array A, then you can write console.log array name. Now let me execute for you. See, we got the output as 6 here, because after inserting the 45 at the beginning, the number of elements in the array A is 6, and then you are displaying all the elements in the array. Now 45 came first, so unshift method is useful to append or insert the element at the beginning. Now let me discuss about the pop method. The pop method is useful to delete the element at the end. Now the syntax for using the pop method is you need to provide the array name and then pop you need to provide. Then automatically the last element from the array will be deleted. If you want to verify, let me discuss with a simple example. Instead of unshift method, here I will provide the pop method. In the pop method, you no need to provide any argument. Now let me save this one and let me execute it for you. See, whatever the element has been deleted, that element has been displayed for you. So what is the element is there at the end? 34. The 34 has been deleted and then it has been returned. So console.log has displayed the 34. After that, if you are displaying all the elements in the array, you will get the output as 167, 89, 0. So the pop method will delete the last element from the array and it will return that element for you. Similarly, we have the shift method. The shift method is useful for you to delete the first element from the array. The pop method is useful to delete an element from an array at the end, whereas the shift method is useful to delete an element from the array at the beginning or the first element. So it is useful to delete the first element from an array. So the syntax for using the shift method is you need to provide the array name dot shift method. Now let me go to the Visual Studio. In place of pop method, I will use the shift method. Okay, now let me save this one and let me execute it for you. So now which element is there at the first? 1. So that element has been deleted and returned. So you got the output as 1. After deleting the 1, what are the elements in the array is 67, 89, 0, 34. So those elements have been displayed for you. So the pop method is useful to delete the last element. Shift method is useful to delete the first element. Now let me discuss about the concat method. The concat method is useful to concat two arrays, or you can concat one element to the array also. Then I can provide it as array name 1. So I will write array 1, then concat, and then I will provide the array 2. All the elements in the array 2 will be concated to the array 1. If you want to verify, let me discuss with an example. I have created an array A. Similarly, I will create an array B having the elements 100 and 200. And then I will write console.log array name A dot concat method, and then I will provide the array B, and then I want to display all the elements in the array A. Then if you observe, let me save this one and let me execute it for you. See, we got the all the elements in the array A and then array B. So array A is what? 167, 89, 0. After that you got 34, 100 and 200. So all the elements in the array A and then elements in the B has been concated. After that, if you are displaying the elements which are there in the array A, you will get only the elements in the array A. Similarly, if you display the elements which are there in the array B, you will get only the elements which are there in the array B. So concat method is useful to concat an array to another array. In place of A dot concat B, if I provide B dot concat A, first the elements in the array B will come, which is 100 and 200. Then the elements which are there in the array A like 167, 89, 0, 34 will come. If you want to verify, let me save this program and let me execute it for you. You got the output, which is the elements which are there in the array A first, array B first, 100 and 200, then the elements which are there in the array A. Then you are displaying the elements in the array A and array B separately. So the concat method is useful to concat an array to another array. Suppose let me provide some 567, 8. So 5678 I am concating to the array B. Then all the elements in the array B will come, which is 100 and 200. Then 5, 6, 7, 8 will be concated. Then if you are displaying the elements which are there in the array B, only the elements which are there in the array B only will be displayed. So concat method is useful to concat an element to the array or an array to another array. Then we have the splice method. The splice method provides the three parameters. One is the starting index, number of deletion operation, and then what element you want to insert. The splice method will take three parameters. One is the index, the starting index you need to provide, and number of deletion you want to provide, and then what element you want to insert also you need to provide. So the syntax is array name dot splice method, and then you need to provide the start index from where it should start, and then how many elements you want to delete, number of deletions you need to provide, and which element you want to insert, that also you need to provide. Let me go to the Visual Studio. Now let me create an array where let me have the elements 10, okay, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I'm writing console.log, and then I'm writing a.splice, and if I provide 0, so the starting index I'm providing it as 0, number of deletions I'm providing it as 0, and the element I want to insert is 5. Then what will happen is that from the starting index, 0th index, you should not delete any element, but you want to insert 5. Then 5 will come at the 0th index, then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 will be shifted. If you want to verify, let me save this one and let me execute it for you. See, we did not get any output. Let me display all the elements in the array A. Then we can understand. Okay, let me save this one and let me execute it for you. See, we got the 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let me remove this one in the console.log because it does not return anything to display it. Now if you observe, the 5 has been inserted at the 0th index, then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 has been shifted. Now if I provide it as 0, 1, 5, then meaning is that at the 0th index you need to delete one element. At the 0th index, what element is there? 10. That you need to delete and you need to insert 5. So in place of 10 you will get 5, then 20, then 30, 40 and 50. If you want to observe, let me save this one and let me execute it for you. See, as I said earlier, you got 5, 20, 30, 40, 50. At the 0th index, I want to delete 2 elements and I want to insert 5. From the 0th index, 2 elements means 10 and 20 will be deleted. You will get 5, 30, 40 and 50. If you want to verify, let me execute this one. Say, as I said earlier, you got 5, 30, 40, 50. Now at the index 1, I want to delete 2 elements and I want to insert 5. At the 0th index you have 10. From the first index, 2 elements you need to delete. So 20 and 30 will be deleted. In place of that one, you are inserting 5 and then 40, 50 will come. If you want to verify, let me execute it for you. As I said earlier, you got 10, 5, 40 and 50. So like this you can use the splice method. Now you can ask me one more doubt. Sir, am I compulsory used to use only 3 arguments? No, you can use the more arguments also. Suppose let's take that I'm providing 1 and then I'm providing 1 and then I'm providing 45 and 55. What is the meaning? The first one says that you want to start from the index 1 and then you need to delete one element. The first one says that starting index, the second one says how many deletion operation you need to do, and the next two will say how many elements you want to insert. So in the 0th index you have 10. At the first index you are deleting one element, so 20 will be deleted and you are inserting 45 and 55. So you will get 10, 45, 55, 30, 40, 50. If you want to verify, let me save and execute this program. So you got the output as 10, 45, 55, 30, 40, 50. So the first one will say the starting index, the second one say how many deletion operation, and the remaining one will say which elements you want to insert. Then if I just provide only 2 arguments, then it will consider that 1 is the starting index. How many deletion operation you want to do? You want to delete 2 elements. Now you are providing which element you want to insert? No. So no element will be inserted. Only it will perform two deletions which are 20 and 30, because 20 is there at the first index. From the first index you are saying two elements should be deleted, so you'll get 10, 30, 40, 50. Now let me save this one and execute for you. See, as I said earlier, you got the output as 10, 40, 50. I hope you have understood about the splice method. Now let me discuss about the slice method. The slice method is useful to display the few elements from the array. Okay, you need to provide the start index and the end index, but it will not include the end index. Let me discuss with a simple example. Array name dot slice, you need to provide the start index and then you need to provide the stop index. Then let me discuss with a simple example. I'm providing the array name as A and then I'm using the slice method. If I say 0 to 3, then it will display the element which is there at the 0th index, at the first index, at the second index. So the starting index is included, the stop index is excluded. So if you say 0 to 3, it will display the elements which are there at the 0th index, first index and second index. If you want to verify, let me discuss with a simple example. I am using the slice method and I am providing 0, 3. Let me write this one in the console.log. We will verify will it return anything and display for you, and then I will display the elements which are there in the array A. Now let me save this one and execute it for you. See, as I said earlier, the slice method is used to display the element from the 0th index, first index and the second index. So you got 10, 20, 30. After that, I'm displaying the elements which are there in the array A. All the elements have been displayed. Suppose if I provide 1, 4, then from the first index, so first index, what element is there? 20 will be displayed. At the second index you have 30, that will be displayed. At the third index you have 40, that also will be displayed. So fourth index will be excluded. Okay, as I said earlier, you got 20, 30, 40. So the slice method is useful to display the elements from the starting index to the stop -1 index. I hope you have understood what are the methods I have discussed in this video, like join method, sort method, reverse method, push, pop, shift, unshift, concat, splice, slice. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.